So today we discuss here probability distributions. So a random variable is a function which define your sample space. Normally we represent your random number by your capital letters always, right? So any number randomly we can use in your data that have any value, it can be represented by the numbers, and those numbers are called the random numbers, right? So we have normally two kind of the random number we use. That is your first is your discrete name number having an isolated variable kind thing. These are the isolated numbers like your age. Age may be 20, maybe 21, maybe 22. Normally we deal like this. We never say that age is 20.01, 20.02 like this, right? So these are the discrete random variables. So continuous random variables. So any value that is in the interval is called the continuous value, like your 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. These are called your continuous random variable. Now first is your discrete probability distributions. So if we have the random variable x whose values are suppose x1, x2, x3, xn with corresponding probability your p1, p2, p3, p and so on. Means your capital X is your random variable and corresponding probability is your px. Suppose at x1 your probability is p1, at x2 your probability is your p2, so on xn probability is your pn. And we know that in all the system your total probability of your system is your 1. So if we add all these values, that should be equal to your 1. Another thing, probability is never negative, keep in mind. So for example, suppose if we toss a coin 3 times. So once you toss a coin 3 times, we know that our sample space is this. All are head, first 2 head, then 1 tail. Maybe first and last head, second is tail, and maybe last 2 are head and first is tail. Now similarly, first had 2 tails, tail, head, tail, 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 head, and tail, tail. So these are 8 in numbers in your sample space of tossing a 3 coin at a time. So if we represent this data in your probability distribution, that is called your discrete probability distributions. So we assume that your number of head x is a variables which represent your number of head. So we may have 0 head. So out of these 8 entry, only 1 entry we have in which we have 0 head. So favorable cases is your 1 and total cases are your 8 here. So its probability is your 1 by 8. So we have 1 head. So 1 head we have 1, 2 and 3 cases. So favorable cases are 3 out of 8. It is probability is 3 by 8. Similarly 2 head. So we have 2 head in your 1, 2 and 3 cases. So that is 3 by 8. Also 3 head. Only one case is possible. So that is 1 by 8 is your probability. So this representation of your discrete distribution is called the discrete probability distribution. Normally you heard about your frequency distribution in which we have random variable and corresponding frequency we use. But here instead of frequency we use probability. That's why it is called your discrete probability distribution, as these are the discrete entries with your probability. So it is called probability distribution. So if you see here your probability of your x at 0, 1, 2, 3 are given. So that is complete sample space probabilities. So if you add all these probability 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 3 by 8 and 1 by 8. So it is 1 plus 3, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 1. 8. So it is your 8 by 8, that is your 1. So total probability of system is always 1, right? So we may say here your this probability density function can be represented here. This probability function, that px, can be represented by pdf, probability density function. It is called your probability density function. So probability x less than equal to 3 means your probability at 0, plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3. And if you add all these three, this is called your cumulative distribution function. This why this is cumulative, because in this we add your cumulative probabilities of your x less than equal to 3. Now we have a one terminology that is called the expectation, and the expected value is also called your mean of random variable x, and it is represented by your ex. So this is actually normal mean, and if you remember your in the case of your mean, you write your x into your corresponding frequency fi, you may say xi and fi, summation, and divided by fi. This is your mean. But in our case here, instead of frequency, we are using here probability. So if it is your probability, that is pi, so this is also pi, and we know that your total probability of the system is equal to 1. So this formula converted into your x into pi, or you say x into px. This is called the mean, or you say expectation. Your denominator part summation p is equal to always 1. So the formula converted into x into px in case of probability distribution. So similarly, in case of your variance, you know that it is your x into mu square p, means frequency, divided by summation fx. So here also that summation fx equal to 1. So we are left with your x minus mu whole square into corresponding frequencies and summation. If you solve this, you get your px x square minus mu square. This we already solved in your when you discuss your frequency distributions. So that is px probability of at x, then we scale this minus mu square, and this mu, you know that your x into px summation whole square. Now this is the formula for variance in your distributions, and also we know that your standard deviations is your under root of your variance. So first example, you have your the toss a fair coin 3 times. X is the number of head that we already made its distribution here. That is your probability distribution. What are the expected value? Expected value means mean and variance. So here formula for your this mean is your x into probability and summation. So here just you require to multiply your each x with your corresponding probability. 0 into 1 by 8, 1 into 3 by 8, 2 into 3 by 8, and 3 into 1 by 8. So if you do this, you get here this one. So result is 3 by 2 is your mean. Now for the variance, we may use your this formula here. So mean we already calculated, that is 3 by 2. So now take x square, then multiply with probability. So here 0 square into 1 by 8 is 0, 1 square into 3 by 8 is 3 by 8. You may check here also. 2 square is 4, and multiply 3 by 2, 12. So 3 square into 1 by 8. And just use this as a formula. Minus mu square, that is your 3 by 2 whole square. So that is after solving this 3 by 4. So we can easily calculate your mean, that is called expectation in case of probability and variance. And if you require standard deviation, just take the under root of this variance, right? In case of standardization. So the same way, the next question is your dice is tossed thrice. So we know that in a dice sample space having the value here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a success is getting 1 or 6 on a toss. So we have two favorable cases out of 6. Those are 1 and 6. Find the mean and expectation, or you say, and number variance of your number of success. So we are tossed this 3 times. So if you toss 3 times, that time means you fail all time. You get success 1 time. You can success 2 times. If you success 3 times, because here it asks mean and variance of number of success. So number of success may be 0, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, because you toss 3 times, so it maximum is your 3. We consider random number which represent your number of success. So that can be 0, can be 1, can be 2, can be 3. Now what is probability of success here? If we have two favorable cases, total cases are 3, so sorry 6, so it should be 2 by 6. So probability of success is your 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3, and probability of failure is your 1 minus 2 by 6, or you say 1 by 3, same thing, that is your 2 by 3, that is probability of failure. Now but the probability of success is 1 by 3, failure is 2 by 3. Now number of 0 success means all are fail. All fail means your first is fail, second is fail, third is fail. All are fail. So when you count the probability of this, that means probability of first fail and second fail and third, or in case of your and, we use multiply always, right? So in that case, your probability of all fail is your first fail, that is 2 by 3, and second fail and your third fail. If you count this, that is 8 by 27. Now one fail. So one fail means your one fail means probability of one is fail and another two at success. So, but in this case, two things you can do here. One is you can calculate this probability, but here how many combinations are possible? If you see here, this fail can be at first position, it fail can be in your second case, it fail can be in your third place. That means we have three possible cases here, like success, fail, success, or you may write union, you may write plus sign, same thing. These three cases are possible, so you can calculate the probability of all three cases, because in case of union or addition, we may say here, this probability and plus sign we can use, right? You know that, I think, right? So we may use this one, or you can separately calculate the probability of all these three. Another thing you can do, just calculate the probability of one case and, or multiply this with the number of cases. So use clear clearly visible here. Your number of cases are your case. Anyone you can choose if you are yourself. So we are discussing here. Sorry, should be your. I'm discussing here third case. That is your two success and one fail. I have brought here two success and one fail. Both are same kind. So I'm discussing here two success and one fail. So it is here. You take any one case only and multiply by 3 because 3 cases are possible in this case, or you can check the number of cases by your TC1, that is your combination, how many combinations are possible here. So we use or we prefer your this last this one. We do calculation for only one and we multiply with your combination. So here if you go for your two success and one failure, so combination are, so here we are discussing about the success. So sorry, it should be your 2. Number of success should be your 2 here. So it is 3C2. So we are talking about success. Here success is 2. Sorry, this typo error. So you can write here 3C2 and 2 success, that is 1 by 3, 1 by 3. One failure is 2 by 3. Just multiply this, right? Because 3C2 is your 3 only. So 3 into 2 is 6 by 27. So similarly for your one success and 2 failures. So combinations are 3 and success is only 1. So 3C1. So number of cases are 3 here also. So that is your one success is 1 by 3 because probability of success is your 1 by 3. And failure is your 2 by 3. So we write here 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 times. So 2 into 2, 4 and combination 3. That is 4 into 3, 12 by 27. So similarly, all success. So only one case is possible. 1 by 3 success, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. To multiply 1 by 27. Just write down this in a form of your table that give you X. Random success is your 0, 1, 2, 3. Corresponding probability we already calculated at 0 is your 8 by 27. And one success it is 12 by 27. Two success it is 6 by 27. Similarly 1 by 27. So for the mean, we know that the mean is only a multiplication of your X into probability and their summation. So we calculate your X into probability, that is first case 0. 1 into 12 is 12 by 27. 2 into 6 is 12 by 27. 3 into 1. So it is 3 and by 27. So we can add these. So this 12 plus 12, 24 plus 3, 27 by 27 is your 1 only. So mean in this particular case is your mean. For the variance, it is your px square minus mu square. So mu already calculated 1 and px square. So just do the x square, that is 0 square into probability is 0. 1 square into probability again 12 by 27. 2 square, that is 4 into probability, that is your 24 by 27. 3 square is your 9 into 1 is 9 by 27. You can sum this because we require the summation here in a formula, that is 5 by 3 minus 1, that is your 2 by 3. So that is variance. You require your standardization, you just take the under root in this case. So another important example, just better example for the understanding of your probability distribution. So a random variable X has the following probability function. So probability function, or you say probability distribution, is given to us. X is given with your values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And corresponding probabilities are given 0k, 3k, 2k, 3k, k square, 2k, say 7k square plus k. First question is find the k. So we know that your total probability of system is always 1. So we can add all these probability 0 plus k plus 2k plus 3k, 2k plus 3k plus k square plus 2k square plus 7k square plus 1. So hope so it's okay. So we just add these total probabilities, which is equal to 1. So once you add this give you 7k square, 2k square plus k square is 10k square. Similarly, 1 plus 2 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 8. And this one is 9k minus 1. You just do its factorization. So it is 10k minus 1, k plus 1. So when you take these two factor equal to 0, this give you a 1 by 10 and this give you a minus 1. So k is minus 1. If k is minus 1, the probability at x equal to 1 is k, which is minus 1. And we know that probability is always greater than equal to 0. So that is never be a negative. So in that case, we neglect this result. So we consider k is your 1 by 10 only. So k is your 1 by 10. So next part is your find the probability x is your less than 6. So less than 6 means your 0, maybe 1, 2, 3 and up to 5. So needed to add all 6 cases. So just check here 0 plus k, 2k plus 2k plus 3k plus k square. So we add these that give you a 8k plus k square and k is already calculated, that is 1 by 10. Just put here that give you a 81 by 100. So next part in this is your probability of x greater than equal to 6. So greater than equal to 6, we have two entry only, that is 6 and 7. So probability of 6 plus probability of 7. And we know that your probability of 6 is given here 2k square. 7 is your 7k square plus 9. Sorry, plus k. So that is 9k square. And k is your 1 by 10. So 9 by 10 square is your 100. Plus k is also 1 by 10. So just take the LCM, it is 19 by 100. So similarly, you are greater than 3. Greater than 3 means not 3. So greater than 3 means you are 4, 5 and 6 less than equal to 6. So we have 3 probability we needed to add in this. At sorry. So it is greater than 3. That means 4, 5, 6. Add all these 3 and put k. And the last part is interesting one. Find the minimum value of x when your px is greater than 1 by 2. So in this part, first I consider here your probability of your x less than equal to maybe 0 or x may be 0, right? And similarly your this x may be 1, this x may be 2, this x may be 3. So we will check parallelly for all values. First, when your x is 0, so you see here only we have only one case x0, that means probability is 0. So which is your less than 1 by 2? So which is your less than 1 by 2? Now x less than equal to 1, that means probability at 0 also and probability at 1 also. So at 0 it is 0, but at 1 it is your k, and k means your 1 by 10. So answer is your 1 by 10 here, which is also less than 1 by 2. So at 2, that means we add this 0 also, this k also, this 2k also. So k plus 2k, we add all these 3. So k plus 2k is your pk, that is your 3 by 10, which is also your less than 1 by 2. Again, you can check for your this less than equal to 3. That means probability at 0, 1, 2 and 3. That is k, 2k, and 2k is your 5k. So 5k, k means your probability is your 5 by 10, and that is 1 by 2. So this is equal to 1 by 2, but Question asks about greater than 1 by 2. So obvious, when you go for your next value, that is your less than equal to 4. So in that case, we require some one more quantity, that is 3k. So once you add something in your 1 by 2, it cross your, or it is greater than 1 by 2. So in that case, your k plus 2k plus 2k, 5 plus 3, that is your 8k. So that is your 8 by, so it is just greater than your 1 by 2. It is 0.8, that is, so it is greater than 1 by 2. So it asks your minimum value of x when this probability x greater less than equal to x is 1 by 2. So if you see, minimum value is not 0, not 1, not 2, not 3. When you put here 4, its probability is just greater than 1 by 2. So answer is your small x is equal to 4 is your answer. That is minimum value of x, so that your probability of your x less than equal to small x greater than 1 by 2. So hope so it's okay. We already done this, yeah. So this is a basic idea about your probability distributions, right? So in coming lecture we can discuss your probability distribution, binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, and normal distributions. So hope so it's okay. So I am like to stop here. Thank you very much for listening.